Damning new report from the Justice Department says the Phoenix Police Department deprives people of their rights under the Constitution and federal law. DOJ officials say the investigation found systemic problems and a spate of civil rights violations, including unjustified deadly force, discrimination in traffic and other enforcement, and unlawful detention, citations, and arrests of the homeless. The report comes after the city and its police department were subjected to a sweeping federal probe. Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas joins me now for more on this. Pierre, looking through this report, it's like one thing after another, including very serious allegations of using deadly force on people the DOJ saying weren't a threat that would call for that kind of force. What do you make of these findings?
Well, I was struck by the breadth of the findings. The excessive force claims are deeply disturbing. In fact, they said that the Phoenix police used their weapons, fired their weapons more often than any other major police department in the country. That was very telling. Also, I think one of the things that struck me the most is the daily interactions that the Phoenix Police Department was having with the community. The rate of interactions with African Americans in terms of traffic violations and Hispanic Americans was far in excess of their encounters and citations and arrests of their white counterparts. So again, what it suggests is a department that needs a lot of work, that is, imposing law enforcement on different members of the community differently, and that color and justice is not blind in that particular city. That's what the report suggests.
Pierre, how's the Phoenix Police Department responding to this?
Well, we got a statement from city officials yesterday saying that they were studying the DOJ report, that they were going to take it seriously and have an open mind. They claimed in their statement also that they have been trying to make improvements, that they are committed to making improvements. But obviously, the Justice Department thinks that they have a long way to go.
And Pierre, this was part of a much larger, sweeping federal probe. Any other findings stick out to you from the larger report?
I think the look at in terms of how they deal with people who are in sort of mental health crises, suggesting that they were heavy-handed in dealing with people who were in crisis, that they didn't call in other people with different expertise to help out in those situations. That struck me as well. But I think, again, the overall nature, and as you mentioned at the top of our conversation, so many different areas involving this police department and how they mete out justice called into question. I think that was the most striking thing.
So, Pierre, what happens now?
Well, obviously, DOJ and the police department and city officials will continue to have some dialogue. If they cannot come to an agreement, perhaps they'll end up in court, where a court will present what is called a consent decree, which will mandate certain actions that the police department has to do in order to comply with Justice Department standards. So we have to wait to see how the dialogue continues and how this all unfolds.
All right, Pierre Thomas, I know you'll be watching that one closely. Thank you.